let's have a look at how i2scan can be used to route various types of documents within your business. And I'll be using one of the sample jobs that can be included as part of the default installation of i2scan. A job merely represents a series of settings for a document type or a business process. So you'll see here I've got my document routing job. To view the settings for this job, we simply double click on it. And you'll see a sample file here or image that I've imported. So I've scanned or imported it. And you'll see there's a zone that has been specified on that document. To have a look at a zone's properties, we move our mouse under the dotted outline and we double click, and that will bring up the zone properties. So you see that zone is called document type. I'm going to be using a list of values, and you'll see those list of values. Now to add to this list, we simply click in the list of values field, enter the item we want to add, and hit the plus button. Now if we've got an external set of data that we want to use to profile against our documents, we can import an external CSV file, and that CSV file supports 2 columns of text, the value that we're actually going to be using as part of our profiling, but also the option of having a description which will help the operator in validating the data. Once we're finished with our zone properties, we click OK. And just to see some of the other settings that have been used in this job, we're going to click on the Job Properties button. This is where we would name our job. You'll see here we're using the importer portion of the scanner driver. Now the importer merely watches a particular folder where our sample jobs are located. If we click on the Capture tab, you'll see in this job we're going to be separating our documents by an i2 job separator. Now we print these from within i2scan, and we recommend that you print them on a light coloured piece of paper. You simply put those in between each of your documents. When you've completed your scanning, because they're in a light colour, you can identify them, remove them, and reuse them in your next document batch. If we wish, we could use some image filters here to clean up our images. We could, for example, detect the page orientation, and we can even remove blank pages, say if we're scanning from a multifunction device. Under our export settings, within this job, we're not outputting to any particular data set, we're just merely exporting our images. And you'll see the folder that's been specified of where we're going to save our documents to. And if a directory doesn't exist already, to create one based on the document type that the operator is going to select. The file format that we're going to create is a TIFF in this example. And we're going to be building the file name from just the system date and time. You can see we can name the file by any zones that we've created or other variables. When we've had a look at our job properties, we'll click OK. We'll close our job. We'll save any changes that we made. Now let's scan some documents and see how the document routing occurs. So in this example, we're going to be scanning the document routing job. You'll see our documents coming in. Remember, they're being separated by that separation sheet. Prompting us that it's finished the documents, and if we had an ISIS compliant scanner attached, we could put more pages in the feeder and hit continue. In this case, we'll hit stop. There's our batch, and it's prompting us if we want to start validating. We'll hit yes. Remember, it's using those job rules for the document routing job. First off, our first document, you can see it's a timesheet. Any point we can zoom in, either using the zoom in or zoom out option here, using the slide bar, or using the fit to height, fit to width type tools. If a document hasn't been split, we can manually do it. We can navigate through the zones using the optional arrows up the top here. If we wish, we could reject a selected page, a document, or in fact the entire batch if we wanted to redo it. We even have the option of reassigning a particular document to a different batch if it's been scanned in the wrong group. Okay, so let's validate our documents. You can see this is a timesheet. Now if I simply type in the first letter of the item, it'll scroll straight away down to it. We'll click OK. The next one's an invoice. Here we're being prompted that our processing of our batch is now complete. Would we like to export and close? Yes, we're happy with data validation, and our export is complete. Now let's have a look at the output. So all I've done here is browse to the directory where the job specified those documents are to be saved. And if I go to my document routing job, and you'll see some subdirectories have been created based on the job index or the list of values. And you'll see TIFF files have been created based on the system time and date. Now you'll see if there's an existing file that occurs with that file name, it'll merely step by number, assuring you that a file will not be overwritten. This is a very easy way, as you can see, of creating a directory structure automatically behind the scenes that can trigger other workflow or work events within your business. You're welcome to try the other sample jobs with an i2scan to see how they can assist you within the document handling within your business. You can peruse the help for further information or visit i2scan.com.au for further information.